Ahoy Libras! Welcome aboard the Libra Love Boat. It's always nice having you. Hope you're doing well. Vibing as high as you can. Our last reading was a little drastic. Yeah, the last reading was a little heavy. Whoever those Libras are that reading was for. I hope you're feeling better and good luck with that. But different story every day for different Libras. If it's not your story, just let it go. Because it is somebody's story out there. Anyway, let's see what that person's doing in your energy. And if you like the reading, give me a thumbs up and a subscription. I very rarely ask. I forget. It's not in my nature to ask for things. Libra, Libra, Libra. What is the story for today? Some of you may be seeing a little more money going out than usual, okay? And that's probably going for everybody. That's really general. You don't have to be a Libra to see more money going out. Not the way things are going right now. You came to heal somebody. You could be like a natural healer. Your energy could, penetrate others people's energy and, you heal them and you don't even know it. You pose questions in their mind. You set them up on a new mental platform. And you might just, go your way because that's just you. But some in particular person you were sent to heal caused you to end up healing yourself in some way. Evaluating yourself. Maybe you came to a lot of realizations about yourself. Positive, negative, whatever, but I see that you've been healing. Wait a minute. Sorry about that little pause, hesitation in the video. My camera was blinking at me and I was thinking that it cut off. So anyway, yeah, you're healing, Libra. You're working on yourself. This sounds pretty deep. But you do have the energy, to heal people or at least get them started in that thought transfer, I'm tempted to start this video over because I don't know what's going on with my camera, but I'm getting some heavy energy from this, so let's continue with it. You may be feeling that the grass is greener on the other side and you're not happy with where you are right now. You'd like to do some exploring, venture further out. Maybe test your options. Okay, this is what happened. You got involved with somebody that, from the very beginning they didn't think this thing was going to follow through. So they just had fun with you. They weren't serious in the relationship. They kind of had it planned from the start how it would work out. It's as if this person had been through this before, and they knew what they were doing. Kind of a heartbreaker. Okay. So yeah, no wonder you're looking towards the future, and wondering which pasture out there is greener for you. They breadcrumbed you, yeah. That's what happened here. They were just breadcrumbing you, and they ended up hurting you. And then you started to have to heal, and you found out some things about yourself. You ended up healing yourself, or that's what you're doing. This could be past, present, or slightly future. You're vibing higher now, or you will be after you get healed. You'll vibe much higher, and I think that's what you want to get, is centered, grounded, back to your old self. This person that you're dealing with, they make really impetuous decisions. They're toxic to you. And probably to a lot of people that they're around. They dream of you. This person fantasizes about you. But for some reason it's impossible for them to be with you now. They breadcrumbed you, but now they're dreaming of you. Maybe the separation has made the heart grow fonder. Maybe they're healing. Maybe you're both healing. You came here to heal them. Yeah, you kick-started them. Like I was saying, that's the kind of energy that you have. So that's what you did for this person. You jolted their emotional system somehow. Caused them to start reevaluating their position in life, who they are. Who they've been hurting, what they've been doing. And if you're not in contact with this person, they dream of you. They may even dream of you if you are speaking with them. But yeah, they might have given you a reason why they couldn't even be with you now. But you probably don't buy that reason. You don't go for that. You see through it. I'm going to take a few more of these. You don't follow the crowd, Libra. You go with your own intuition, your own feelings, your dreams, your goals. You like to represent who you are. And I'm telling you, you are some sort of a healer, whether you know it or not. You come in, you bust up people's energy. People that need it. Then you get them to thinking. Well, you just go about your merry business. You don't follow the crowd. And many people are interested in you, Libra, whether you know it or not. That maybe you do know it, and that's why you'd like to go out and explore some options. Just find out how many people really are interested in you. Libra, of course, this is true because you are ruled by the planet Venus. You're a good lover. You're romantic. Your energy, that's probably a lot of your healing energy too. I mean, when you love intensely. I think you have just love just oozing out of you, and people can feel that about you too. So you're not really intimidating, but you are awe-inspiring. And many people feel that and are interested in you. Yeah, you know this person that you came here to heal, whether I always say don't try and heal anybody. I always say that. Especially if you're emotionally involved with them, you can't heal people like that. But the way you do it is you just come in and you blow their emotional boundaries and everything that they're stuck in, their toxic energy and everything. You just blow that right up. Leave them dumbfounded, so they have to, examine themselves. That's interesting. This person's stuck at home a lot right now. They dream of you. They fantasize about you, but they feel like they're in a comfort zone when they're at home. They don't really have much stimulation going on. Yeah, I think this person is working a lot, and they feel like quitting. It's just been a heavy pressure on them. They might be putting in more hours than normal or something, but they want to quit. Yeah, and they are sad that they lost their lover. They're kind of panicky over it. It's as if they played you and then they got caught in their own trap and fell for you when that wasn't the plan at all. But they did end up hurting you over all this. Caused you to, examine yourself. I think a lot of you just feel like taking a break from love and focusing on things that are, your goals, your ambitions, and things like that. You don't need to concentrate all the time on love. Sometimes you just got to get that energy out of your system if it's not going well. If things aren't working out, well, take a break. And I think that's what you're doing right now. You're just taking a break. You need rest. You need to figure things out. Get whatever toxic energy in your system has built up in there, try and get it out of there. Through rest, grounding, relaxation, taking a walk. Just overall take a break from corresponding to. Yeah, because you know what? Your intuition might be telling you that, you feel that they're coming your way. They're going to be coming back around here. That's what you're feeling. Yeah. I don't see how you feel for them in here, really. Other than, people are interested in you and you're looking for other options. Testing the water elsewhere. Okay. Let's throw some tarot and see what that's all about today. Dealing with somebody that makes impetuous decisions, yeah, they got a player energy. When they came into this, they didn't think it was going to be serious. That's all. They were attracted to you, like so many others seem to be. I don't know how much of a player this person is. It's just that they didn't expect it. They didn't think it was going to last. They were in it for just the fun, the good times, but not long. How did it go? In it for the good time, but not the long time, or something like that. Okay, let's see what's on their mind. I think they're ghosting you, or you're ghosting them. There's no communication. If there is, it's very slight. But they also could, be dealing with someone else now too. Or not just one, but, talking to people. They might have a bunch of people that they talk to. They're not talking to you, but not very much anyway. Yeah, they breadcrumbed you. That's just confirming that. We already said. Whoops. I don't know which way that came out. A little cold in here this morning. I got to start turning my heat on a little sooner. I do my readings early in the morning. If my face is puffy and wrinkled, that's just because probably I just barely got out of bed. But I like to do them in the morning for some reason. I get a fresher, new energy, I think. Okay. Yeah, they breadcrumbed you. What else is going on with them? They're pretty well self-made. I think this person's worked hard for what they've got. Yeah, they know how to do it. And they want to protect their comfort zone. You know, they love their home. They love their surroundings. That's what, didn't I see over here? Yeah, they're stuck at home a lot. They stay home. They like it there. But there's not a lot of stimulation there for them. They're attractive too, you know, but this is a motivated person. They like their freedom though. They really like their independence, and that's why, you know, when they come in and start up something with somebody, you know, they don't expect it to last. They want their freedom. So their affairs are very superficial. They also might have, you know, boundaries, their own boundaries. I think, you know, if they chose you, it looks like they are, or they dream about you, they're picky. So it's like, you know, they have other people. They have other people that they're in contact with. They know a lot of people, okay? And they could talk a lot to these people. But they're choosing you. They're thinking about you, okay? You're the one on their mind. Like I say, this person's picky. They're probably going down their, you know, their checklist, marking off, you know, each quality, each negative over here on this side about everybody. They're picky and they're choosy. So in a way, you can feel, you know, kind of privileged, if that's the way you want to be picked by this person. Because like I say, they do look well established. They only give out breadcrumbs, not just to you, but to everybody. They don't want to get stuck. They love their freedom. And I believe they're quite attractive. They're going through a little pain right now. You know, they're thinking. You know, they're stuck at home, or they're just staying at home a lot. And they're doing a lot of thinking. They're actually being optimistic. They're in pain right now, but they're hoping that things will get better, that things will gradually get better between you. They might be feeling a little guilty. They feel like maybe they need to repent. They're in some kind of pain here over this. So there could be reflecting if they're healing, if you've bumped them up into a new spiritual realm of some sort. They could be thinking about, you know, their lifestyle, how they breadcrumb people, you know, all the options they keep. And anyway, they're feeling guilty about this relationship. Okay, let's take a peek at you now. Let's take a peek at Libra. I don't get into signs much because by the time I get done reading, I've got every sign in the universe out here. So it really doesn't make a lot of difference to me. You know. Okay, here we go. Wow. You're coming out of a tower with this person. You know? Yeah, it's you had a tower. I think it's over now, you know. Whatever happened, happened. But it rocked your world. It shook you up. You must have been invested in this person. Yeah, they're a heartbreaker. But they're sad they lost their lover. They're kind of panicky over it. You've got somebody out there who's jealous. Jealous of you, Libra. They may act like they're your friend. You might, you know this person and everything. They come off like they got your back 100% and all that. But you feel they don't. This could be some other outside party, or it could be this person that you feel is jealous of you, or has jealousy issues. Really don't want to see you go far. Kind of like to hold you back. Some of you could feel that way, that you think they're jealous of you and want to hold you back. This could be an outside party that was part of this tower. Somebody talking, somebody being vindictive towards you. We'll have to carry on here and see. Just see what's happening. Somebody owes you an apology, or you feel they do. Somebody might be coming in to apologize for this. But if they are, they're moving slow. Okay? You know what? I think it is this person here. The one that, looks like they kind of played you from the beginning. Well, they might not have played you. They just wanted to have fun, did their deal, whatever it was, and went on their heartbreaking way. Okay? Yeah, they don't have really that good of intentions for you, or you feel that they don't, because they were part of this tower. They caused it. You're healing from this. You're healing from this whole involvement, whatever, however it went down. You're healing from it. You're coming out of that. You're afraid of them coming back and upsetting you again, because you really don't know what their intentions are. You feel that maybe they're jealous of you because you have a lot of people watching you that are interested in you. That might be the case. They could, wow, they're jealous. They don't want anybody else to get you. They do have an ego, so they could be protecting their ego by not speaking or saying anything. You feel they owe you an apology, and you don't know if you're going to get it or not. They are in, immature energy. They are. They're just flirtatious, and they might go about it in kind of a childish manner. No matter how old this person is, they might, they might seem like they're in high school or something, Even if they're 60 years old, they're just... When it comes to relationships, they just move on. Wow, this is similar to the last reading, but not nearly as drastic. Okay, let's see what you have between them. What do you share between you? Wow. Fear. You're both in fear now that there's going to be an argument. That somebody is going to have a fiery temper. You could be mirroring that. You're both afraid of the reaction. They're afraid of your reaction, and you're a little bit leery of what you're going to say to them, of your reaction too. I don't think you've really figured out exactly what you would say to this person if they come back. You're just leery. There's some fear there. You think that they might flip out on you. You don't want that. You've already gone through a tower with this person, or over them. You're both waiting. You're both holding out. You're trying, it's to me as if you're waiting to get on the same page, both of you. They'd like to be on the same page with you, but there's fear involved now because of what went down, what you discovered, what you might have told each other. Whoa. Yeah, in a way, you both feel like you're getting karma. You came here to heal them, but you end up healing yourself. I think this is, again, this is just like last reading. Not as drastic, but this is a karmic experience for both of you. A lesson you both needed to learn. And you were on a mission to heal each other or kickstart that healing process. Now you're both waiting to get on the same page. You know, the waiting for you has been painful for both of you. You don't like it. You'd like to get things moving here. Yeah, what you have between you, boy, this relationship is moving really slow. Really slow, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you've got to heal, they've got to heal. You need to take your time. You know, figure out what you're being judged. Figure out what your part was in this. Too. It seems here that they didn't have the greatest intentions right off the bat. But you might have made some mistakes too along the way. And you're trying to figure that out. So what you're both feeling towards each other here is the Nine of Cups. And like I say, they dream of you. This is the wish fulfillment card. This is where your dreams come true. And that's what they want. They've decided that they've chosen you, well, for now, you know. But, you know, if they get the 10th cup here, that'll be longevity. That'll mean everything that they're wishing for. And I think this person may be seeing the light and realizing that, you know, their lifestyle has not been great, right? That they've just been going about things in maybe a dark manner. And if you've caused them to see the light, you're both seeing the light. You know, you can come together with this Nine of Cups. You got to work things out, though, you know. You're both being stubborn. You're both set in your ways. But you have to, in order for this to work out, it's going to take time, patience, and the ability for both of you to collaborate, you know, with each other. Talk things out. You're pretty much in a comfort zone. You're doing okay for yourself. Seem like you have everything you need. Keep you comfortable. But so does this person. Maybe even more so. You know, you're in the Nine of Cups and so are they. They're also in the Nine of Pentacles. You know, they're stable. But you are too. But you know, you're more full of love than this person. Well, yeah. I don't know where the love lies here, if it's mutual or not yet. There's going to have to be some, like I say, collaboration here. A meeting of the minds. You're connected by a Nine of Wands. You're waiting for each other. You know, you're waiting for them to get on the same page, and every day gets a little more painful and painful as you have to wait. But you're also looking back at this fear factor, the anxiety. You know, what each other's reaction is going to be to this is a little intimidating to you. But you're hanging in there. You want to know. It's not like you're cowardly of it. No, you're waiting. And it's taking time. Here comes the Knight of Pentacles too, see? But you want to take it slow now. You do. Yeah. You want to just take it slow. You'd like to get this apology so you can start getting everything straightened out. But you'd like to take it slow. Whoops. Okay. Well, I don't know how the beginning of this video is going to be. I might have to splice it together somehow. But I want to get it, I want to do this one. I feel it. I got a lot of energy from it today. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen with this person? direction are they headed? They're going to come in. They're going to communicate. Let's see if we can't find that out. Boy, they're thinking about it. They feel like they're invested, you know. There's seeds planted here, and they want them to grow, and that's so they're still mulling over it. Is that how you say it? They're still giving a lot of deep thought, contemplating what they're going to do. They want to invest. I mean, they like I say, they feel good about it, but they're still thinking. They're still debating. What are they going to do? What are they going to do with the future? What are they, you're going to have enough money? Is everything going to work out all right for us in the future? That's what they're worried about, being secure in the future. Being able to take everything they've harvested, put it away in storage, in a nice safe bank or whatever, and being able to invest, live comfortably. Yeah, they're looking towards their future here. Okay, and that goes along with the Nine of Cups as well. Oh yeah. They feel at home with you. They feel really comfortable in your energy. Yeah, there's a real warmth between you, they feel. Yeah, you brought this warm, healing energy into their life. You might have known this person for a little while. If not, they just feel like they've known you forever. They're so comfortable with you. That's the way you made them feel. You opened their eyes to them, to themselves. They're a little doubtful. They feel that because of their mistakes, the things that they did incorrectly, that, this person's doubtful. They want to be positive. They could be way overthinking. Just way overthinking. They're stuck at home. Well, I keep saying stuck at home. They might just be there of choice. They don't have a lot to do, so they could be just overthinking this. This is what I'm coming up with here. Really trying to figure things out. And that might be driving you crazy, because this is happening so slow. But I think at this point you don't mind it happening slow. You want to heal. You want to be prepared if this person does come back. Because you got this deep feeling that, they're going to come back eventually. Come back your way somehow. Run into them somewhere. Get a text or something. Yeah. They want a committed relationship, but they want to really, really figure it out first. It's like they want to plan it all ahead, look way into the future. What if this? What if that happens? Will I have enough money? Will I be comfortable? Will we be able to enjoy ourselves? Is this going to be the right person for me? Every question. That's what they're doing. But they want to. They may be a little worried, like I said, that you're a little jealous of you, that you may be, exploring your options out here, maybe entertaining options. They're worried about that. They're worried if you're going to be faithful in the future. See? All this stuff here. But they're searching for a committed relationship now. They want to change. You had something to do with this. They're thinking about you heavily. Okay? Yeah, okay. Right now, you're both resting. They need to take a rest. They could be resting. They're tired. They're worn out. Could be working too hard. Yeah, work is a burden for them right now. They feel like quitting their job. So they're resting. They're resting and they're dreaming about you and, going over what their future might look like with you. And all that. Yeah, they're manifesting you. They feel like they might have to come up with some kind of really unique plan in order to get you back. They feel they can do it because they have the skills of seduction. They don't know if it's going to work on you this time or not, but they're trying to come up with some kind of scheme or plan to get you back. Yeah, they're looking for a King of Pentacles, exactly. The best of the best. That's what they want. They're trying to size you up to make sure that you're a King of Pentacles or Queen. That's the whole deal. They're very picky. They want to take a leap of faith in your direction. After they get this rest, maybe after they quit their job, after they clear everything out, they're planning on heading your way, just like this card said up here. Yeah. For now on, they're just, they're studying you. They're trying to figure out what it's going to take. They're also thinking you're going to cut them off, but they're soon. So what they're thinking is, I got to come up with this. I got to study Libra some more. I got to find their vulnerable part. Now, what was it that I did or that Libra really liked? Yeah, I got to try and use that again. Or they're trying to come up with some solution like that. Anyway, the clock's ticking here. Afraid my camera's acting up. So I'm going to say bon voyage. There you go for the Libra love boat. Bon voyage. We'll talk about this story, see which direction we're headed in next time. So, until then, Libras, peace and love to you.